Hi, I'm here to begin listing off my top 100 favorite characters. And what I mean by that is characters from various things. Overall, characters from cartoons can be included, characters from comics can be included, live action shows, live action films. Uh, Pretty much anything can be included, and that made it a lot of fun to work on. And I think that the list helps show a lot of the franchises that mean the most to me. There are still some franchises that I really like where I wasn't able to fit a character in, and that felt kind of weird. But 100 placements is a lot, but still not enough to list characters from all the franchises that mean a lot to me. The franchises and shows that I really care about, but they don't have any placements on the list, unfortunately, but I still care about them. Um, and so a lot of characters that I like simply for being funny. A lot of them didn't make the list, and some of the ones that did are coming up. For example, in 100th place is Ernest P. Worrell from the Ernest films and the Ernest commercials. I love Jim Varney. I miss him. I think Ernest is a really funny character. Um, I don't have a super amount of nostalgia for Ernest. It's something that I got into more recently, and I think that Ernest is a hilarious character and a lovable character, played by a very great performer that was very talented and hilarious, and but because I don't have as much emotional stuff as I do for other characters, that's why Ernest is they're in 100th place. But I love Ernest. All these characters are characters that I love, so um, all these characters, I mean, it should feel like somewhat of an honor to be included, because they're all characters that mean a lot to me. These are my top 100 favorites out of all the various shows and films and comics that I've seen. So, Ernest being on the list is still impressive, even if it is last place. I love Ernest. 99th place is Inspector Gadget, who I like pretty much for the same reasons as Ernest. Very funny character that caused a lot of trouble, but still very lovable and charismatic. Love Don Adams, and Inspector Gadget's just really fun. In 98th place, um, I think is where my list could start to seem a little odd, but I tend to have very odd opinions. If you didn't know that before, you should definitely be aware of that. In 98th place, I I think is a character that I don't think anybody else would put in their top 100. I don't think that has ever happened before, but in 98th place is Milky Marvin from the Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure. When the Oogie Loves was coming out, I had a very odd fascination with it because it seemed like such an odd film, and I really wanted to see it. And for some reason, Milky Marvin just seemed like a really cool character, and I really wanted to see him. And I saw the film, and I loved it. I thought it was very colorful, very entertaining. I really enjoyed the songs, and Milky Marvin is just so cool, and I like him a lot. And uh, Milky Marvin is a character that I think has like 10 minutes of screen time in the Oogie Loves, but he made my list of favorite characters because I was a huge fan of the Oogie Loves for a while, and Milky Marvin was the big character that stood out in it. So Milky Marvin made my list. In 97th place is Maud Pie from My Little Pony, and she's not the only My Little Pony character to make my list. Maud Pie, I love her personality. I think she's an adorable character, hilarious character, likable character, great demeanor. Love Maud Pie. Doesn't appear too often, so that kind of holds her back a little, but she's still great. And in 96th place is Magenta from Blue's Clues. And I kept reworking the list. I originally had Magenta a lot higher because I'm such a big Blue's Clues fan, and I think that Magenta is such a wonderful bestie for Blue. But she's not the most complicated character. There isn't the most in terms of story stuff. I think there's a lot of potential that has been fully explored, but I still love Magenta. In 95th place is Princess Peach from Mario, a character I wasn't sure where to put for a while. Got into Mario fairly recently. I absolutely love Princess Peach's design, one of the fanciest, most elegant looking characters out there. Very cool character, and I still haven't seen that much stuff from Mario, so if I see more stuff, Princess Peach could eventually grow higher, but I felt like I shouldn't put her uh, any higher than 95 because I don't know the Mario franchise that well. In 94th place is Unikitty, who I believe started off in the Lego movie, but I specifically really like Unikitty from her own cartoon show. Love Unikitty's personality, love her design. I think Unicorn is just amazing, delightful character. Really like her a lot. In 93rd place is Bob from Bob the Builder. I've always just thought Bob was just kind of a cool guy. Bob just got a charm to him, and I just really like him. And yeah, I've watched Bob the Builder once in a while. Bob's just a good character to have around. 92nd place is Clifford from Clifford the Big Red Dog. Clifford, wonderful, upbeat franchise. Clifford, really likable character. Deeply missed John Ritter. He was great and delightful voice actor for Clifford, and Clifford's just really good. 91st place is Marshall from the Paw Patrol, my favorite member of the Paw Patrol, and Marshall's a character. I really enjoy his personality. I think he's very likable, very comedic, very funny. Marshall's really good. And this list is a summary of my history of loving characters. And 90th place, I believe, is the most recent in terms of me getting into characters. A character that I knew very little about before last year. And 90th place is Bluey from Bluey. And I've been watching Bluey a lot recently. Bluey has been a big part of my life recently, so 90th place could seem rather low, but I've had several years of watching various characters, and I didn't want to rush things too much and have Bluey too much higher. And a lot of these characters from shows that are meant for really young audiences, a lot of them don't have the most complex characters, but a lot of them have very uplifting characters that are likable and inspiring and sweet enough to make the list, just not super high. So I think that 90th place is appropriate for Bluey. It could seem a little low for me, but I think it is a pretty good placement for her. In 89th place is Vampirina from Vampirina. I'm a huge fan of vampires, but I don't like lots of scary stuff that has lots of horrifying stuff, so it kind of makes it hard to find vampire stuff that's for me, but Vampirina, that is for me, and Vampirina is a really good character, really uplifting, likable character, lots of great style. Vampirina, really good character. In 88th place is Smurfette from the Smurfs. The Smurfs is really good. There's some really good Smurfs cartoons and films, and Smurfette really feels like the heart of the franchise. A very uplifting, wonderful character to have around. I really enjoy her. Very charming, very good character. And That's the first part, and you can let me know what you think of the list so far. You can let me know some of the predictions of some of the other characters you think will be on the list. You can predict where they could end up being on the list, and you could see if your guesses end up matching up with how the list turns out. But there's some pretty big surprises, so I don't know if anybody will be able to guess the exact results, but you can try to do that if you want.